Welcome to the GoOutLiving Attitude, a cancer survivor's journey through health and wellness, helping others search for the tools to bring us a healthier and happier lifestyle. Hi everybody, Jonathan Brandt, GoOutLiving. Today we are talking about, can cancer make you stronger? And if you remember last week, I did part 1. This will be part 2. In part 1, we discussed the physical side, more the fitness, the nutrition, and how I believe you can become stronger. And I believe I proved it as well in everything I do today. Last week it was Can Cancer Make You Stronger, part 1. So today we are going to talk more about the mental health side, the education side. So going back to kind of when we were diagnosed, me and Christy, people always ask, how is that a diagnosis? How do you handle that? And for us, it was Christy's was different because we had been searching for answers for a lot of her pain for a long time. So from the mental side, when we finally found out what was happening, it was cervical cancer, it was a bit of a relief. We finally had something tangible because before it was a shot in the dark every time. And then she went through so many different surgeries and testing, and not once was it right. So when she finally got that diagnosis, we were relieved, which quickly became a little bit harder because when she went down to the specialist, they said, well, you probably had it for 10 years. And she was basically diagnosed almost stage 4. So that was a quick kind of happy about things. Okay, we finally figured it out to, oh, this is going to be tough. But it didn't mean the end to us. We didn't look at it that way. And Christy was extremely strong. She just jumped straight into getting the chemo, the radiation, and she was off on her first stint anyway. My diagnosis was a little bit different because, again, we were coming off of Christy having her treatments, and she was cleared before I got my diagnosis, but uh, it was still tough. It was still very fresh in our minds what she had gone through. So I wanted to ignore everything, to be honest. I knew something was wrong. I just didn't want to know. But Christy made me go to the doctor, and sure enough, I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. The way I handled it was more the physical side. I'm going to work out till I can't work out anymore. I'm going to, like I've said before, I'm going to go do a 5K. So my mentality was I was going to just sweat it out, basically. No, I didn't ever sit there and go, God, this is how I'm going to go. I didn't think of it that way. It was like, okay, let's just get in there. Let's get going and get the chemo done, because I didn't have to do radiation. I was like, let's just get it done and I'll be back to work in 3 months. Obviously, that didn't happen that way. But again, from the mental side of things, we kept things as normal as possible. We had to be there for the kids. So we were trying to, if we could afford a vacation, we'd go on a vacation, nothing crazy, go to the races, for instance. Uh, because again, we didn't have a lot of money throughout this, but you would try to keep it as normal as we could. We made it to all the kids' events. We didn't sit there and talk about not being there ever. And I don't know how the kids necessarily handled everything, because obviously they saw us going to the doctor a lot, getting our treatments and coming home and not always feeling great. There was definitely, you could tell, because we both had ports and we had to do different medications all the time. Chrissy, we both had to do shots at one point. So they were very aware of everything we were going through, but from the mental side of it, I don't know if we ignored it or just simply didn't think it was going to be the end of everything. So to me, were very strong in our approach, but it wasn't perfect. I think we missed out on big opportunities to better ourselves and to become even stronger sooner by not asking questions when we were in with the doctor, not understanding the side effects were going to hit us as hard as they did. Um, I think from a mental side, the side effects are what really got us. It wasn't so much the original diagnosis and treatments. It was, yeah, it was tough, but these side effects came in out of nowhere and really took us out. Christy had a lot of neuropathy, um, and she started getting blood clots that would get into her lungs. So it was, okay, gosh, yeah, we saved, we were saved from the cancer part. Then we go straight into other serious issues. So it was a very up and down. Obviously, Christy's cancer ended up coming back too. But um, on my side, my initial, when the chemo didn't work and found out I had to do the bone marrow transplant, that was a little bit more eye opening for me. That was, okay, this is going to be take a lot longer than expected. Um, and then when I went into the hospital, and I've talked about this a lot, I was very physical going into it. And even the first couple days, I was walking all the time. Even when they were giving me chemo, as much as I could, I'd walk. But the minute they put me in my bed, mentally, it destroyed me. It was the first time. It wasn't that I didn't think I'd make it out of there. It was just like, I am so weak. I have no energy. I can't do anything. It was the first time I ever felt like that. I felt almost helpless. So that was tough. That was really tough. But we got stronger. When we started to realize that there was more than just the Western side, the medical side of everything, that we had to take things into our own hands, is when I believe from the mental side, we became the strongest we were. And that's when we started to find holistics. We started to go back to school. Education, I believe, is huge when you're going through what we went through, because a lot of times you want to sit there and the doctors tell you go home and rest, and it sucks. It's a horror. Again, I've said that over and over again. I think it's horrible advice. um, so finding something that keeps you going is so important, and education, I think, is one of the best ways you can do it. You could do it by reading as well. Just simply reading a book every day is, man, I do it every night now. And you don't have to read a lot, but just a little bit, and it calms you down. You're learning. As you learn, you grow. So it's just an amazing feeling. So started reading a lot. We started going to school. Like I said, Christy went back, got her phlebotomy, was the first thing she did. And then she went back and got her holistic practitioner license. She was so excited about getting those certificates because, again, we didn't stop dreaming. We kept moving forward. We kept knowing we wanted to be there for our kids and our families. So it was just another step in how we were building on ourselves, getting stronger, even with our cancer. Um, so yeah, she went back, got her holistic practitioner. Unfortunately, was never able to utilize it, but I went back. I actually started with my project management certificate. Again, I didn't know what I was going to do. I just needed to do something. And then I started to understand I really needed to be more in the holistic side of it. And that's when I went back and got my holistic nutrition, personal trainer, and now health and wellness coaching, because I want to help others. And that's what Christy wanted as well. So, yeah, we were helping ourselves trying to find answers. We are also helping our mental side by becoming stronger, but we also wanted to help others. And that, again, is more healing for us. So, if we look back at everything that we did during, from the diagnosis to the treatments to now me afterwards, I truly believe I have become stronger. And I believe that's the attitude that we took also from the Go Out Living attitude. Was we weren't giving up. We were going to keep moving forward. We were going to keep dreaming. We were going to keep being involved in every part of our kids' lives. We want to be there for them. That's my main dream, is to be there for my kids, to be there when my 6-year-old finally graduates and when they all get married and have kids. So from the mental side, that's what I've always been looking forward to. And it's going to be a long road, but again, I have become a stronger person. From the physical side, I'm doing a lot more than I used to. To the mental side, I know I'm getting stronger because I know how much happier I am because I'm learning, because I'm growing, because I'm getting to meet amazing people on the podcast. So, yeah, if we sit back and look at the way we handled everything, I can say that we became stronger from cancer. I really believe that. And I believe I'm a better person for it. I believe Christy turned out to be an amazing person because she didn't give up, because she kept fighting and becoming stronger. Yeah, she's not here with us now, but I can tell you she was a stronger woman in the end. So, can cancer make you stronger? You bet it can. It truly can. From the physical side to the mental side. The biggest thing is don't ever give up. Keep dreaming. Keep working at it. Understand it's not just what's happening next week or the week after that or a month. It's the rest of your life. If you take it for that, if you keep looking at why you want to do everything, whether it's for yourself, for kids, or family, it will make you stronger. I guarantee that. If you take the holistic approach to it, from mind, body, soul, it will make you stronger. I've talked about it many, many times at how I didn't have the spiritual side. I'm starting to get it. And it makes me happy. It really does. It's the small things that can make you really happy. And a lot of that is from that mental side, more than we talk about. So if you got diagnosed, if you're going through something that we went through, just from the mental side, be as strong as you can. Don't give up. Look for things to do. Get that mind going, whether it's reading books or going back to school. You can do it. Anybody can do it at any point. All right, folks. Can cancer make you stronger? Definitely yes. This was part 2. You can check out part 1. Came out last week. So, all right, everybody. Can cancer make you stronger? Yes, it can. All right. Thank you all for listening. And as we continue our health and wellness journeys, find the attitude, keep the attitude, go out living. Bye, everybody.